Hope all is well with you guys. Let me pull my collar up here. I need back in to get my hat, so I'm about to make some rounds here. But hope all is well with your family. Just want to discuss real quick about the Kanye West new situation in terms of escalated situation. Some of you guys may not be aware of it, but Kanye West has been banned from Twitter again for his remarks that he made in regards to Hitler. And family, I'm just going to be real with you guys, and this is where we, uh, in this awakening, we have to be careful of how we let people off the hook. We still have to be fair in our assessments, no matter how we look at it. You know, uh, I'm not trying to look for any hidden meanings and all that other stuff. One thing you learn with, in communications and, when you're giving uh, information, whether you're giving a presentation, whatever the case may be, you know, we should not be sitting here, or you should not have to give an explanation on a detailed explanation on what you presented, and we should not be, as a people, try to uh, allow others within the community to say certain things, and we try to chalk it up as an excuse like, well, we got to look at the hidden meanings behind it. Well, Kanye West is sending encoded meetings and all this other stuff. Nah, family, I'm not rolling with that. The scriptures makes it clear: let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. You know, let your yes be yes and your no's be no's. You know, Kanye West, I was in agreement with them in terms of, of course we know who we are, our identity. I'm in agreement with him in terms of the things that he's dealing with in terms of what Adidas did to him, and I'm still all about boycotting Adidas, canceling them all. But what I cannot condone is his behavior in terms of the things that he said on Alex Jones. Family, I understand, we have the right to say certain things, the right to freedom of speech and all of that. I understand that. But we have to understand, there's a right way and there's a wrong way to doing certain things. You can even think that you're right. You can be right. You learn this too. You could be right about something, but wrong how you present it. Now, I'm not saying this in regards to Kanye West, but he went on Alex Jones, and I listened to the interview. And even Alex Jones was trying to separate himself from the Nazi comments, the Hitler comments. I understood to a point what Kanye West was trying to do by stating that there's good in everybody. But no, I'm sorry, I can't roll with that. He made it clear that he wasn't, in his stance, that his approach towards Hitler and family, regardless of how we look at it, you got to call what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And he's wrong for his comments on Alex Jones. I don't care what platform he's on. He's making it harder on you and I. What I mean by that, there's many in this awakening that has a genuine love and desire for Yah's people, getting a proper understanding of who we are and things along that line. And he's making our jobs harder, because these are some of the things we're going to have to deal with. Because when I say we, the propaganda machine lumping everyone into one umbrella, and I know with Ron Dalton and his movie Hebrews to Negroes, as well as the book, he made a reference to Hitler, but he didn't promote Hitler. Let me make that clear. He made a reference to Hitler, a reference from the Time Life magazine series about World War II titled Nazis. He made a reference to that, but he also used an verifiable source about Hitler, saying that we being the true people of the book, being the jewels of the Most High, right? So my critique about that is I wouldn't even use an unvalid or source that could be a source that could not be verified. I would not have done that. But anyway, but he did not do what we see Kanye West is doing. He did not sensationalize Hitler or anything like that. And we have to be respectful, even if many may argue and contest about the numbers. We know that the numbers in terms of the uh, the what you call it, the Holocaust, was not 6 million. We know the numbers were lower, but regardless, even if it was just 100, even if it was 10, right? You know, we still have to be how can I put it, conscientious, and we have to be sensitive, because people did die, so we want to be sensitive, when it comes to that, regardless of how others have been insensitive about us. We still have to be careful about how we handle situations and how we articulate, certain discussions. So I listened to that Alex Jones, and I'm sorry, there's nothing that you could pull out of that discussion, that panel discussion, that makes it understandable. I'm not rolling with that. I don't agree with that. I don't care if Kanye West brings up proof that, hey, Hitler grew up, he started off as a Christian. I don't care. I really don't care. Because again, we have to listen with intelligence, and we have to, articulate ourselves with intelligence. The scripture tells us, don't let uh, our good be spoken of in an evil manner. The Bible speaks against these type of behaviors, and right now he's letting his good be spoken of in an evil manner. Why? Because he's constantly putting himself in positions that he shouldn't. Personally, he should have taken a hiatus. He should have just taken a sabbatical, so to speak, just so that way he could get his thoughts together. He can articulate his message, whatever he's trying to articulate. He can do so. But when you make comments like this, you're opening up yourself to where as though you're going to have a handful of people that really that may want to hear what you have to say. He's killing his message. He's hurting his message. You cannot, and some of you guys may disagree with what I'm saying. That's fine. We entitled to agree to disagree. But uh, we have to be careful. Let me see here. Anyway, just because another nation says we are the people still doesn't mean they are for us and we will help our. Anyway, yeah. Uh, for me, again, we have to use wisdom with anything, any and everything, how we approach, especially this awakening, because all eyes is on us, right? We have to be conscientious of what we say. I'm very conscientious of what I say, what I'll put out there. That's why I put out, when I do teachings, I make sure I give sources. I make sure that I reiterate, that I'm focusing on doctrine. I'm focusing on information. I'm not focusing on, taking any type of ill wills or whatever towards a specific group of people, because again, the scripture says that there are going to be other nations stating that they've inherited lies from their fathers, right? That's in Jeremiah, right? So I take all of that in consideration. Speak against the system, speak against those special interest groups, those type of things. But we have to be careful when we start uh, uh, targeting. Now I won't even say targeting, how we talk about and discuss certain groups. Why? Because we are already under the microscope. When I say they, this media propaganda machine is looking for anything and everything to shut us down. Look at what I'm dealing with right now with my YouTube channel. A video that I made 3 months ago, YouTube flagged me for that video, giving facts from the CDC, right? Giving facts. And even in my appeal, I gave links and everything to my exact quotes. And guess what? They still gave me a strike for it. So family, I'm saying all of this to say, we still have to be conscientious of what we do, what we say, because the way things are going right now, the agenda, this media machine, propaganda machine, it's at a heightened security, a heightened level, so to speak, to literally do whatever it can to throw us up under this angry or this radical group, this extremist group that they've been trying to label us as from the beginning. So I just thought I'd share my thoughts about the Kanye West situation. Family, again, I don't condone it. None of us should condone it, regardless of him stating that we're the people of the book. That still does not give us enough, not enough. That still should not give us, or any one of us, to condone his behavior. Give him a get out of jail free card. No, that's not happening. He's wrong. He very insensitive. He knew going on Alex Jones that was going to put him up under more eyes to watch. And like I said, when I watched that, Alex Jones made it clear he didn't like the Nazis, and almost like too, like Alex Jones was trying to give him a lifeline to get out of that discussion, but yay or ye continue to go down that path. I mean, the whole thing with a mask over his face. Come on, family. He can't. That's not a good appearance. That's not a good look. He got a mask over his face. And when you start understanding, different groups around this world, he's catering to stereotypes. That image right there is the image that media is going to run with. Why? Because he's giving it to them. Think about some of the groups around the world. Some of you guys are familiar with some of the terrorists around the world. What do they do? How do they look? How do they appear? Especially when they kidnap someone and they hold them for hostage, and now they're trying to get a ransom from whatever countries that person is part of. They cover their face just like that. Family, we have to be careful. Do not allow our good to be spoken of in an evil manner. We cannot keep condoning bad behavior for the sake of this awakening. We cannot keep trying to make excuses by stating that, hey, you know what, there's some encrypted messages or whatever the case may be. And I agree with you. What's that? Tanara Ya? Anyway, just another nation says, what do he say? You some other stuff now. Yes, he's absolutely on some other stuff now. And he's really not helping out the narrative, right? Let's see here. Second Exodus, my genetics and ethnicity is not a faith. Absolutely. We understand that, right? It's not a faith. These are the things that we should be, knocking down, because it burns me up when I see not people that's outside our community, but see brothers and sisters within our community using the label Black Hebrew Israelites, when none of us go by that. None of us refer to ourselves as Black Hebrew Israelites or Black Jews. We refer to ourselves as Israelites, Hebrew Israelites or Israelites. But the way things are, people are pushing that narrative, Black Hebrew Israelites. Oh, look, here's such and such with Black Hebrew Israelites. Or let's see what Kyrie Irving has to say about Black Hebrew Israelites. Nah, because when you say that there's a Black Hebrew Israelites, then that means that you refer to Israelites as being white. If you say there's a black, then that has to be a white Hebrew Israelite. If you say that there's a black Jews, then you're saying that there's white Jews. If you're saying Black Judaism, then you're saying that there's white Judaism. See, family, we got to listen to what's happening, the narrative, and be able to properly respond to it. So when I see channels trying to run up their numbers by saying, hey, here's such and such about Black Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, it was I can't remember the name of the channel. Young guy, which he shows a lot of clips, about the whole Stephen A. Smith. He does a lot of sports stuff, and I just didn't like when he posted in there about Black Hebrew Israelites marching. Hey, Black Hebrew Israelites marching, and I posted in the comment section like, look, please stop using the term Black Hebrew Israelites. Because the IUIC don't refer to themselves as Black Hebrew Israelites. None of the camps refer to themselves as Black Hebrew Israelites. If you're going to do journalism, if you're going to report something, then report it accurately, right? But people that was in the comments, those that's in this truth, I seen comments. All praises. Thank you for acknowledging this. Thank you for acknowledging that. I'm like, nah, no, stop letting these people off the hook. Let's keep it real, family. We can't just get caught up because people just say, oh yeah, we're the people of the book. And family, we got a problem with doing that. We allow pastors, a pastor right now can come out of the church right now and say, hey, you know what? Uh, you know, uh, we are, we the people of the book. And before you know it, they could go viral off of it. And then they then turn around, you listening to what they say, they filled with contradictions. Come on, family. I'm a pastor, right? Started pastoring while I was in Christianity. And I can tell you, most pastors, they go with the trends, right? If they see that, wait a minute, I noticed that the Hebrew Israelites, right? Those that are awakened, I noticed that they are wearing full beards. Notice how you see a lot of pastors now wearing full beards, melanated pastors wearing full beards. Notice how you see a lot of melanated pastors now using the phrase most high, the most high, or the most high God. Notice how you see more and more pastors are wearing Afrocentric style clothing like dashikis. Notice the impact that is having. We see it right before our eyes. Pastors are very trendy. They'll jump on whatever is the latest and greatest, all to what? Keep their ministry growing, to bring attention to their ministry. So we have to be careful because we hear pastors alluding to certain things or saying certain buzzwords to start now giving them attention, helping growing their platforms. I exposed the pastor using the awakening, but he's teaching all kinds of crazy mysticism, African mysticism, right? So, and I exposed that on the channel. So, but I'm saying this again, family. We have to stop condoning these type of behaviors. It's wrong. Kanye West is wrong. No matter how you slice and dice it, no matter how you dissect it, he's wrong. And I'm making it clear on the record, he's not speaking for me. You know what I mean? He's not speaking for me, family. And I'm going on the record with that. Kanye West is not speaking for me. And don't allow him to speak for you. Let me see here. Alexandria Leggett, I do not deny the awakening is now in full swing. Let me see here. Oh, man, let me see here. I was trying to look at some of the comments. Apologies. Yeah, see, I'm on my phone, so I was trying to see what was the comments that was going on here. Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, I do not deny, this is from Alexandria Leggett, I do not deny the awakening is now in full swing. My issue is many of our people are focusing on these celebrities. And I have to say this because the reason why for me, you'll see on We Woke now, I'll show clips of celebrities stating that we're the people of the book. It's to stir up conversation, to show to the people that this awakening is bigger than what we can imagine. That it's not just the common people, so to speak, but there are people that are in high places that are waking up. So that's why I if you go to We Woke now, you'll see that there's a playlist that shows celebrities are waking up. I do that to stir up conversation. Many cases I'll do a playbook on what is said. I use it as a teachable moment, not from a perspective of trying to brag about what celebrities are doing, right? So use it as a teachable moment. We can't keep, how can I put it, reducing the awakening by not mentioning it. When we do that, we do the awakening disservice. So that's why I do it. I do it not because I'm trying to idolize, so to speak, celebrities. Look, I was in the industry. I was in the music industry. And I met a lot of celebrities. And I walked away from my album being released. I had record contract with Profile Records. I had record contract with Def Jam, right, which I walked away with money on the table. I was in the Air Force and they would not let me out to honor the contract that I was presented by Profile Records, that I was presented by Cold Chillin' Records, that I was presented by some other record companies. Cynthia Horner was my manager, the same manager that was over New Edition, the same manager that managed Bobby Brown. That was my manager. She was the editor of Word Up magazine. Still got one of the contracts that she offered to sign me and my friend at the time, not mentioning any information about that because that's my past. You know, I don't get into all of that. So I know the lingo. I know the industry, been there, been in it, know how it functions, know how it operates, and that's probably why you see how I'm very creative with my presentations, very punctual with my presentations as well. So again, so I even being part of that community, you know, I didn't idolize anyone, right? I never forget. I can tell you some stories about me being, for example, in uh, I'll just mention a couple of rappers that was in a big rapping group. I can mention some others, but in this big rapping group, right? Big rap group, old school, right? I remember being in his house, right, turning my back on him in his house because of some of the craziness that he was saying. And one thing I never did was I refused to sell my soul, and I refused to idolize anyone. And he said some things about wanting to take my music because I was the word around on the streets about me was being the next hot producer coming up, right? Producer slash artist. But but nevertheless, he said some things I wasn't rolling with. And I turned my back on him in his house, shut him down in his house, in his studio, making it clear that, hey, look, you just a man just like I am. You put your pants on just like I do. So I'm making it clear. I don't, uh, I understand, how can I put it, people, especially when you're dealing with younger people. When the younger people see certain celebrities saying certain things, it's like a turn on switch for them, and then I use that to teach, properly teach what they're saying. So if you go back over and you see like me doing, showing Shine, I'll do a playbook on it. Showing KRS One, I do a playbook on it, just so that way, I can use it as a teachable moment to reach those groups. Had I not done that, I would not have a relationship with, for example, my buddy Moxie, comedian Moxie. Had I not done that, taken that approach, it would limit the people that I can reach out to now. Now my buddy Moxie channel is growing, and now I'm able to reach out to a whole nother demographics of people because of our relationship, and be able to give proper clarity on things that even my buddy Moxie may not be familiar with. So again, that's right. So I was Susan G. I was taught by my parents not to idolize anyone, right? So that's where I'm at. I don't idolize anyone. Scriptures, right? I don't idolize anyone, not even my parents, right? Even though my grandmother raised me, but I'm not idolizing a single person. I'm not idolizing a single person. But anyway, family, that's what I want to talk to you guys briefly about, the situation with Kanye West, about what's going on with him, about the latest thing that's going on with the situation with him. For me, it's he's really shooting his message. I think that he's making it so that way he's going to be completely banned. I just don't like the fact that also he's going on some of these small channels, and he's allowing those channels to blow up because his presence being on that channel. I didn't like the interview that he walked out on, where the guy called himself being very condescending, talking down to him, cutting him off, not allowing him to even articulate himself. I have a problem with that guy. I have a problem with guys like that. But Kanye West, he's allowing himself to go to these platforms, reducing himself, so that way these guys can pump themselves on their chest, saying that look at how I talk to Kanye. No, and media's eating it up, right? Look at this guy. Yes, I'm going to say that he's a condescending culture vulture. uh the guy, the actor, what is his name, the Jewish actor, you know uh Michael, oh, I can't think of his name. Michael something, Rappaport. I have an issue with how, from the very beginning, some of the things he's said about Kanye West, going beyond, mocking his medical condition, mocking a number of things about him. I have an issue with Michael Rappaport with the foolishness that he's been spewing. To me, he should be banned just like a lot of our brothers and sisters are getting banned on YouTube. He should be flagged. His channel should be flagged for the things that he has said about Kanye West, calling him an idiot, calling him, mocking him being on medication, doing all kinds of things, calling him all kinds of degrading labels, all because of him being what, Jewish, that gives him the so-called excuse to do that, because he's connected to the hip-hop culture. You know, if Kanye West had the able to articulate himself like a Kyrie Irving, if Kanye West was able to have some type of discipline like a Kyrie Irving, his message could go a lot further. But to go into this Hitler stuff, I just can't roll with it. But the actor Michael Rappaport, I don't care being a Jew or not, does not give him the okay to mock anyone, starting with Kanye West. He's been riding with that whole thing from the beginning. I have a whole clip that I was going to upload when he first did it on his channel. I was like, you know what? I'm not even giving him any space on We Woke now. But Rappaport, yeah, I'm going to call him. I want to make sure you guys understand. I'm talking about Michael Rappaport, the actor, culture vulture. I'm not referring to an entire group of people. I'm singling out Michael Rappaport, who was in the movie Zebra. Want to articulate himself as if he's part of the community, married to a sister. Want to make that clear. He's married to a sister. But having discussions with the sister about eating oxtails and all, it's like, come on, man, forget all of that. Lose me with that. Just because you married to a sister doesn't give you the okay to go in on our people. Just because Kanye West may have said something that wasn't that may be questionable, which is very suspect, that I don't agree with what he said about Hitler, does not give you the okay, the right to basically go in and say the things that you've stated about Kanye West. Because if Kanye West said those things, if it was the roles was reversed and Kanye West said those things, or not just Kanye West, if Kyrie or anyone else said those things, do you know the scrutiny that they would be up under? Would he get a pass because he's from the Jewish community? He get a pass because he sound like he's down with us, because he got the slang. He's from New York. He got the New York accent going on. He married to a sister, that gives him a okay. Nah, family, I ain't rolling with you, Michael Rappaport. You can say you could bring the smoke this way, Michael Rappaport. You could bring the smoke this way, because there's nothing that you're saying that is justifiable. Nothing. And if you want to bring up Torah, we could go to Torah. And I'll show you with Torah that your behaviors is anti-Torah. Your behaviors is anti-Torah. That's where we should be upset at. Come on, fam. I'm just making it clear. Just because I don't agree with, and I don't like what Kanye West is going with his messaging, but I'm not going to leave him out there hanging to dry either. That's one of the things that we got to get out of. We got to stop doing as a people. Oh, I don't ride with that person from within our community, so whatever happened to that person happens to that person. Come on, family. I don't ride with a lot of people within the community. Truth be told, I don't ride with Ron Dalton. But what's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I'm going to stand up for what is right, and I'm not going to condone what is wrong. Ron, in his book, in his material, Ron Dalton, he did not. It's not anti-Semitic. He did not do what the Jewish community in the far as the ADL and all these groups labeled him as and tried to say he said in this stuff. Nah, so whether I agree with Ron Dalton or not, right? I'm not going to sit back and let him be lied on. So I may not agree with some of the things he rolled with and some of the things he may teach, but that should not be something that hinders us from defending one another. Call out what's wrong, call out what's right. And in this case, I have to make it clear. I cannot roll with what Kanye West is doing. I can't. I can't. And it's not often that I just come out publicly disagreeing with our people. But I can't roll with what Kanye West is doing. And none of you should roll with that either. Or what he's doing, what he's saying. He's hurting his message. I understand that he's heard about what happened with the whole Adidas thing. His wife threw him up under the bus, all that others. I understand that. But at the same time, we cannot condone his actions. We cannot condone his behavior. We cannot chalk it up by saying he's giving encrypted messages all because of he's from within our community. Nah, I can't roll with that. So with that being said, family, I may try to do a live tonight. If not, I'll upload something over the weekend to We Woke Now Extended. This would be the channel that I use for the next couple of weeks, because of all the issues I'm having with YouTube. So again, YouTube locked me down again for a video that I live that I did like this sitting in the car that I did almost 3 weeks ago. I mean, not 3 weeks ago, almost 3 months ago. Gave me, locked me down again. So put something on the canteen, get my Chico sticks out there. Somebody hooked me up on my commissary. I'm in lockdown again. Put some Jolly Ranchers up in there. But like I said, I am in lockdown again over a video quoting CDC in their side effects statistics. I'm gonna leave it at that because they're watching me right now. So again, family, this is where I will be at. Spread the word, and I'm gonna look at some additional things like Jerry Jones. From what I understand, he supposedly responded to the LeBron James calling him out. So I'm gonna take a look at what he had to say and possibly post it on this channel. But love you, family. Have a great Shabbat. If you're in the Richmond area, come on out and see us. If you're in the Maryland area, come on out and see us. So with that being said, love you, family. Until I jump online again, appreciate you guys. What somebody say here, free Kelly, or should I say free jailbird Kelly? Yeah, I'm always locked up. Last year, for 9 out of the 12 months, I was on lockdown. Last year, I started off the first 5 months. They still couldn't tell me what I was locked down for. They had it so where as though I couldn't upload videos, I could not go live, but I could still make community posts. But they couldn't tell me what I was locked down for. I was locked down for almost 5 months, the first 5 months of last year. And then, they kept doing like every 4 or 5 months. 4 or 5 weeks, I'm locked down. And they did this for last year. 9 out of the 12 months, I was pretty much locked down. So and as you can see, they locked me down again. They tried to, they made up all kinds of stuff. Tried to say, like the video I did on niggas, the Boondocks edition. They tried to say that video had pornography in it. I got the screen prints of it and all. Tried to say that video contained pornography, nudity, and all that other stuff. Right? And I lost the appeal on that. So again, I'm being targeted. And I'm just making it clear. They purposely did this, go to a video that's been sitting for a few months and then want to flag it. It's not the first time that they've done it. They've done it a few times. Target a video, flag it, give me strikes on a video. Matter of fact, I got a flag for a video that was sitting on the channel for like a year and a half, 2 years. So That's what they do. And I believe the bigger agenda is what's happening right now to suppress this awakening. But anyway, family, I don't want to sound like I'm rambling. Don't want to make it about me, about the discussion here. But I just wanted to say again, we got to start calling out the truth, family. Have to start calling out the truth. Cindy Carr, we will spring you. Uh, as we will. Let's see here. Let me see. I was just trying to reach your comments, and we will spring you, Pastor. We rolling with you, breaking free. Appreciate it, Cindy Carr. Really appreciate the love and support. Spread the word. This is where I will be at for the next 2 weeks, and I'm going to drop Road to Savannah here, just to make sure that I don't get any additional strikes. YouTube in their mind any excuse for banning, shutting down the main channel. So I'm going to upload it here. So prayerfully, I'll have it up over the next few days, because I'm making some additional edits for part 2, and then I'll release part 3 shortly after it, because it's I can't put it all into one. I was trying to, but part 1 is going to be a little lengthier rather. It's going to be about an hour and almost 2 hours, right? And then I'll close it out with part 3, which part 3 will be about an hour and a half, going into some details about some information. So with that being said, family, love you guys, and we'll talk soon. All right, shalom.